Hi everybody, and welcome back to our PHP login tutorial, part 4. Today we're going to be talking about the password recovery system. If you remember when we left off, we had just logged in successfully. Okay, but now I'm going to log back out by going back to the index, or log out of user, either one. Just log out of user here, and it takes me back to the login page. And if you notice in the login page, it's got this little link here. Oops, I got my password. And that gets sent to forgot my password, forgot.php. So let's take a look at the forgot.php script. Our standard includes to include our function for our database, and our let's go there first so you can see in real time here. Okay, there we go, our email recovery box. Type the email address you have as an account. And there's our reg div as we usually have. Okay. So the very first thing I do in this one is I'm going to check if someone has made a post and has with an email. So someone had submitted this post here and the variable email is set. Because it's our first time here, obviously a post hasn't been submitted, so we're just going to scroll down to the bottom of this page, and you'll see here this else will trigger, and this is where this form is generated. Right here, it's generated in the PHP. And that's just our standard normal form. That's just the normal form we always do with one input, and that's his email and submit. You notice this time, under the action, it's going to forgot.php, which is the page it's already on, so it's posting to itself. It's basically what's that doing. Instead of in all our other forms, we post it to a separate page, but you don't have to do that. If it's just a simple form like this, you can post it to itself, basically. Okay. Please type the email address associated with this account here. Okay, I'm just going to take a look in the database or whatever email we made up for this guy. I can't remember what it was. Let's take a look here. That's done at Gmail. Alright. Okay. And we'll paste that in there. Alright. Okay. So it's the first time here. It goes to this else and generates the form. But once we hit submit, it's going to post back to itself. It's going to say a recovery email has been sent to whatever email address you provided. Follow the instructions in the recovery to recover your password. Please check your spam folder just in case it's not in there. Your new password is, normally I'd remove that, I wouldn't leave that in there. I just put the new password is his actual email, but I wanted it there for testing purposes. Makes it easier on myself. Okay, so let's take a look at the code here. The email, if the form is submitted, it's going to go here. It's going to go to our first if and says if is post email. And yes, the form is submitted with an email. We're going to create a variable called email from the post. We're going to strip the tags. That's part really isn't necessary. You can get rid of that, but I'm just going to leave it there because it's there right now. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do, we are going to search the users table under email. See if there is an email in there that matches the email provided. If there is, we're going to pull out his username. We're going to generate a new password using a random 8-character string generator, which is that handy little function I had in my login functions, other than right here. See, this is one I just made. It just generates a random 8-character string with capital, small letters, and numbers. It's handy to have. Okay, let's go back to I forgot. Okay, and that's going to be his new password. We're going to MD5 it. We're going to do to escape the depth. Escape the depth is going into database. And then what we're going to do is we're going to update the users table and set his password field to the new password we just created, where The email he provided matches the email in the user's table. Then we're going to generate an email like we did before on when we did the register of the user to the email address he provided, the subject, the header, the message, your recovery, here's, and your username and your password is. It suggests that you change this password once you log in. Okay, we'll talk about how you can log in and change this password from the admin panel. Okay. Alright. And now we're going to display this little message right here in the div. It says, our recovery email has been sent to your email address. Yep. Okay. That's pretty much it. Pretty simple and straightforward. Let's go back to the login page. Now he can log in with his new email address, with his new password that he changed. I forgot what the password is. I should have copied it, or did I? No, I didn't. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat again. Oh, I can't cheat. It's encrypted. So that's what I'm going to do. So okay, we're back over here in the I forgot my password section. So I'm just going to do this. Zester, I'm going to resubmit it. It's going to generate a new password. I'm going to copy this password and go back to login and log in using that password. The reason why I can't get the password out of the database, because as you remember, we MD5 encrypted passwords. So this isn't going to help me at all, which is why I put the password there so it could be copied. So I'm just going to put this in here, and the username was me, and I'm going to log in again using those credentials, and bango, it takes me back to the landing page. Everything's all cool. Now, because we have a randomly generated password form, we may not remember that password, so a good thing to do would be to go in and go and change my password. Just the link right here. And that takes you to change password. So we're going to take a look at change password in our PHP. Just going to open that up here. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, it's past change, not change password. Okay. And we're going to stop here, I believe, for this tutorial, and we will get back on tutorial 5 in a little bit. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Sorry about that, everybody. I decided to just finish off showing you how to change the password and then go on to the admin in tutorial 5. So just continue along with me, and sorry about that. It's kind of a bad spot to stop, so we'll just work through it from here. Okay, so he's going to put in his new password. Going to paste in his new password, paste in the new password again. And so he's going to paste in, we'll call it, say, Mimi, and we'll type Mimi again. That's going to be his new password, Mimi. Okay. And submit. And that will take a look at the password change page. First thing we do is we're going to start the session. And again, check to see if there's an active session. Pull out the user ID and the username, user variable stored in the session. If there isn't an active session, we're going to kick them out of the page, back to the index. Okay, again, here we have if the form's been submitted. As you can see here, the form, first time the form hasn't been submitted, so you're going to hit this else right here, which is going to generate this form here. And again, it's posting back to itself, change password. Okay, so what's going to happen when he submits this with his new password, Mimi. It's going to hit submit. And your password was successfully changed. Go back. Okay. So now let's look at it. going to go here, the form is submitted, yes, so it's going to take the first password you typed in, do a MySQL escape string on it, the second password you typed in, do a MySQL escape string on it, and the first thing we're going to do, check to see if password 1 is equal to password 2. So you typed in the password the same both times. Okay. If that's the case, then we're going to take the password, convert it to an MD5 again. So remember, we store all our passwords in the user's file in MD5, so it's a little bit of encryption. Okay, and then we're just going to update the users table. We're going to set password to password 2, where the user ID is equal to the user ID that we got from the session. Up here, you see that? Yeah. Okay. And we say password successfully changed. Else, the password, we didn't find it in the database, so we're going to echo out the password did not match. Please try again. And it reprints out this form here for him to try again. And that's this is basically the same as this. So this one says the password didn't match. Okay. So that's pretty simple. He changed his password in the database. His password for Mimi is now Mimi. We're going to go back to our landing page where he's still logged in, and that's where we're going to end our tutorial, and we'll start for tutorial number 5, where we will be dealing with a little bit about the man system and the administration part. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll talk to y'all later. See you later, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to click on the like button, join my channel, or leave a comment. Thanks for watching.